Hey guys, Coach Rach here. This podcast is intended to inspire, educate, and support you on your health and fitness journey. I am not a medical doctor and cannot give any professional medical advice. If you are suffering from any kind of medical condition, whether it's mental or physical, please seek help from a qualified health practitioner. Welcome to the Diet Starts Never podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Nigro, aka Coach Rach. This podcast will teach you how to live your healthiest life in and out of the gym and put yourself first again. Oh, and we get long-lasting results here. I've made it my mission to help my clients ditch the diet mentality and heal their relationship with food and themselves. After transforming hundreds of bodies and minds, it's your turn. Are you ready? We're going to talk about regular whey and casein protein, and then we'll even jump into vegan protein because that is what I prefer for myself. So milk is made of two types of protein, which is casein and whey. Whey protein can be separated from the casein in milk or formed as by a byproduct of cheese making, which is why there is so much protein in cheese. Whey protein is considered a complete protein, like I said, and it's considered that because it has all 9 essential amino acids and it is low in lactose content. So it still has lactose. So if you're lactose intolerant, I definitely would not be suggesting that for you. Just a side note. So these proteins work extremely well together. Casein prevents muscle breakdown and whey promotes muscle protein synthesis, which is why it's so good as a protein source. So casein, I want you to think slow digesting. If you need this protein to break down in your body very slowly and keep you full for a very long time, you're going to shoot for a casein protein. I suggest that one before bed if you're having like a nighttime protein shake, or maybe you're obsessed with the Ninja Creamy. I would invest in a casein protein for that nighttime snack. It's going to give your body something to break down, some kind of protein content to break down throughout the night. Whey protein is something that is digested quickly. So if you feel like you need quick fuel, it's better for energy output. So maybe you want it immediately post-workout to absorb a bit more. Maybe you want it before a workout. Maybe you are starving in the morning, or you went for an early morning hot girl walk and you need something in your system fast. Whey protein is going to be your friend there. I do think protein powders are worth the hype, especially if you have a large protein goal to reach every day. Protein guys should make up 20 to 30% of our daily diet. So it's so important to be making sure that we're hitting that goal every single day, especially if you want to build and maintain lean muscle mass. So if you cannot get all of your protein in through animal or plant protein sources, then I do suggest supplementing with protein powder. I try to avoid whey protein because it does upset my stomach a little bit. Whey protein isolate, if it says isolate on it, or it might just say isolate in general, is considered the purest form of whey protein available, which means it's going to digest very, very quickly. It's about 95% protein with very little fat, very little lactose. That's why whey protein isolate is a better source of protein powder, I should say, for someone who does have a lactose intolerance or issues digesting lactose. There are also protein concentrates, which are produced by extracting protein from whole foods using heat and acid or enzymes. These typically supply 60 to 80% protein, with the remaining being 20 to 40% composed of carbs and fat. So you'll see like more of a meal replacement protein like that. Now, a vegan protein. Vegan is anything that is dairy free. It has no animal products. It is just plant-based. So a vegan protein powder uses non-animal ingredients, including nuts, grains, seeds, and beans to deliver protein. Most vegan protein powders, as well as other types of protein powders, have anywhere from 20 to 30 grams per serving, but I will even see some that have only like 10 to 15. So please read your label. So there are many other benefits of taking a plant protein powder besides just getting in protein. because a lot of these vegan protein powders have other nutrients in it. They're made with a lot of plants, a lot of vegetables. So, for example, the Orgain brand, I don't have it up in front of me, but I think it says on it, it has like an entire servings of greens in it. So enough greens for the entire day. Again, read your labels. You be the judge of that. I always like to still eat my greens regardless because I don't want to supplement them. But I also do take a green supplement, which is a green juice every day, just to assure that I'm getting everything in. But it is a juice, it's not a supplement. So it is a little bit different. So different vegan protein powders have different sources of protein, with some of the more common ones derived from peas, seeds, grains, and nuts, and soy. Soy protein is one you have to watch for if you have a sensitive stomach or a soy allergy. There is definitely a big controversy when it comes to soy. A lot of people say it is very difficult to break down. A lot of doctors would even say back in the day you should absolutely avoid it. Men should avoid it. So, fair warning, most vegan protein powders don't taste the best. The whey ones are definitely going to be more delicious, but I find that I just break down and digest vegan better because there's no dairy in it. Again, a lot of vegan protein powders will have more carbs and fat in it and more of a meal replacement, usually because it's made with some kind of nut, some kind of grain, um, some kind of plant. So it's going to have more macronutrient value to it, which is okay. You would just eat it more as a meal versus a snack, or just have the protein as a snack alone. The timing on the vegan protein powders is definitely not going to be the same as the whey and casein proteins. All right, since we're on the topic of proteins, which are made up by amino acids, let's talk about those a little bit more. There are a total of 20 amino acids that comprise muscle protein. 9 of these, like I said, are considered essential EAAs. This means they cannot be produced by the body in significant amounts, and because of this, they are important to get from the diet. Now we have BCAAs, branch chain amino acids, only contain 3 of the essential amino acids. So those 3 are leucine, isoleucine, and valine. They cannot elicit muscle protein synthesis on their own. They can prevent muscle protein breakdown, but only if you're getting enough protein daily. So see how important protein is just to stop your muscles from breaking down. And then back to the EAAs, these are what make up or what make muscle protein synthesis happen. They can be taken intra or post workout, and they could be a little bit more beneficial for vegans or maybe people who train fasted. So the proteins that make up our muscle are in a constant state of turnover. They're always working. As old protein as old proteins break down, we produce new proteins to take their place. When the number of proteins being created exceeds the number of proteins breaking down, your body grows and you build muscle mass. This is actually called being in an anabolic state. You might have heard the term before. So, when the number of proteins breaking down exceeds the number of proteins being created, the entire body is in a state of breakdown and you may lose muscle mass. This is called being in a catabolic state. This is also what happens when you're in a major calorie deficit and do not get enough protein in. Exercise typically shifts your body into quote unquote breakdown mode. And this is where amino acids come in. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein needed for muscle gains and helps with protein synthesis. Amino acids are required to function properly as a human being, physiological functions, cognitive ability, and metabolism. You can get all 9 of these essential amino acids from your diet alone, but most people don't because we are not getting enough nutrients on a day-to-day basis. If you find yourself not recovering quickly, that is a telltale that you are not getting enough amino acids because your muscle protein synthesis isn't working as well. So, taking EAAs is a great way to ensure that you are getting all of your amino acids in throughout the day. And just like last episode, I will link some suggestions for you guys in the episode note. You will see a lot more advertisement for BCAAs. Again, we create those ourselves, so they're not necessary. EAAs are definitely going to be the better choice. There are really no side effects to these. So if you feel like you're not recovering enough, then we might need to increase your muscle protein synthesis. I personally do not drink BCAAs or EAAs. I get it mostly through diet. and I don't really suggest it to my clients unless I feel like they are continuously sore. So let's tap into some more workout specific supplements. We're going to talk about creatine. You have probably heard, oh my God, you need creatine to grow and get strong and be a muscle mommy. But I don't think you do. I have never supplemented with creatine. And I think I'm pretty swole, flexing for you guys right now. All right, so let's talk about the science behind creatine, because if you're going to take a product, you need to know what it does for your body, people. Creatine is an organic compound made in the liver, kidney, and to a lesser extent, the pancreas. It can be found in the highest concentration in the skeletal muscle, hence why creatine and building muscle go hand in hand, go together. Creatine can also be made available through diet. It's synthesized from a couple amino acids and through the consumption of milk, red and white meat, fish, and mollusks. Creatine can also be ingested synthetically in the form of creatine monohydrate, which is sold as a powder, a tablet, capsule, or a stabilized liquid. You can walk into any vitamin shop, GNC or GMC, whatever, GNC, and you'll see creatine everywhere. Free creatine, phosphocreatine in your muscle cells improve high intensity performance by aiding in rapid recycling of ATP, which is energy, for more available energy. Yes, there are benefits of creatine. They are enhanced strength and performance, assist in gaining muscle, promote increase in lean body mass. It's essential for brain function. It may assist with cognitive improvements. It helps anaerobic capacity, which is basically how long you can lift weights for, and it helps with power output. What does it do? When we lift weights, we use ATP again, which is our body's energy system. Um, and then creatine helps create a faster regeneration of ATP when we are lifting weights. It's naturally found in the body. Most omnivorous diets have about 1 gram per day, which isn't quite enough for the full benefits, but I don't think it's anything that a calorie surplus can't do the same of. So, how would you take creatine? Creatine monohydrate is best taken in a supplement form. A loading dose is not necessary. It's suggested to take anywhere from 3 to 5 grams per day from the start. Studies do show that cycling creatine is not necessary because natural creatine stores should not decrease from long term supplementation. You can take it pre, intra, or post workout, but you have to take it every day consistently. There are not a lot of side effects, but the one side effect that has been shown, which is a less desirable effect of intracellular water retention, aka bloat. Weight gain may occur from the water retention. Cramping or diarrhea may also occur without sufficient water intake. So if you're going to take creatine, absolutely hydrate, overhydrate, drink all of the water. Do I suggest supplementing with creatine? Again, I suggest doing everything as naturally as possible. But yeah, I've had clients take creatine, especially the clients who feel like you're on the weaker side and you have very low muscle mass. Yeah, I will suggest creatine, but this is if you're really committed to going to the gym and getting in progressive overload and making all the muscles. All right, moving on. We're going to lightly touch on intra workout carbs just because I want you guys to have all the info. I've never taken intra workout carbs. I've never suggested someone take intra workout carbs. I probably will in the future. But right now, I don't have any clients who I feel like it would be necessary for. So, consuming carbs during your lifting session is intra workout carbs. It can be liquid or solid food form. Have you ever seen anybody sitting in the gym like eating a Rice Krispie treat? That's because that's intra workout carbs. It gives you sugar, it gives you a little bit of boost of energy. Why? Why would somebody eat while working out? Carbohydrates are the muscle's preferred source of energy. This is why I practice and preach macronutrients, eating your macronutrients, because we need carbs to have that energy. So, especially when resistance training, if you don't have carbs in your system when you're going to exercise, when you're going to lift weights, your body isn't going to have anything to produce energy for those muscles. Your muscles are going to be exhausted. You're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to lift you're not going to build muscle. So when you're resistance training, you are expending short bursts of high intensity energy. During your training session, the body uses stored glycogen from your muscles. As these glycogen stores become depleted, the muscles begin to fatigue. This is just some more science terminology for you. The body will begin to conserve energy and hold on to glycogen, leading to increased fatigue. That's why we get tired towards the end of the workout. Leads to decreased strength and trouble focusing. You ever feel like you're just like, you do so well in the beginning of the workout, then like halfway through it, you're just like zoned out and cannot get your focus in? That's just probably because you didn't get enough carbs in that day. So when introducing carbs during your workout, the body will receive extra glycogen so that it can be used for energy rather than conserved. This provides more readily available energy, thus leading to increased performance. So I would definitely say intermediate/advanced lifters or people who train early and fasted can benefit more from intra-workout carbs. And if you're somebody who maybe is more of a beginner in your weight loss journey and you struggle having enough energy to complete a workout, you might be a good candidate as well. But I think if you're eating anywhere less than 180 grams of carbs a day, it's not really going to benefit you. So if you have more than 180 grams of carbs and you feel like you need a little bit more energy to get in through your workout, then yeah, I suggest it. How much should you be taking? You take at least 25 grams to be effective. What can you consume? I mean, you're going to see suggestions for like cereal, candy, granola, Gatorade. Gatorade was literally created for this purpose. And then you will see intra-workout carb supplements. Yeah, I would suggest probably like a cereal is going to be your best bet. I don't really believe in eating a Rice Krispie treat mid-workout just because of that spike of sugar. You just want something that is going to absorb into your system on the quicker side. Don't forget, absolutely count these towards your macros. All right, next we are moving on to pre-workout. So pre-workouts are considered pump formulas. Pump products combine multiple ingredients that work together to increase nitric oxide production in the body. The three most common ingredients in a pump product include L-citrulline, L-arginine, and beta-9. So the goal here is to assist with blood flow, hydration, oxygen uptake, and utilization for performance. These give your muscles a quote-unquote pump. Remember, guys, we need that pump to build and grow our muscles, but the pump is produced naturally just by lifting weights. So basically, they help blood flow to your muscles better. In theory, the goal of this product is to improve exercise performance, and they're taken just before training. There are stimulation pumps, which is a pre-workout, and there are stim-free pre-workouts. There's stim-free pumps. There's just pumps. There's caffeine-free pumps. There's a whole bunch. Let's talk about the ingredients in it. An L-citrulline product will increase vascularity from vasodilation and increases nitric oxide, which tells smooth muscle and veins to relax. What I really want to talk about, which is a common ingredient in any kind of stim pre-workout stim pump, is beta alanine. If you were taking a pre-workout and got like so itchy you wanted to lose your mind, like could not stop itching, that's beta alanine. I used to take that like in early college, late high school, straight by itself. Ooh, I don't even know why. So beta alanine is a non-essential amino acid that is produced naturally in the liver, and it aids in the production of carnosine. Carnosine decreases lactic acid accumulation, which lessens fatigue. It is a compound that plays an essential role in muscle endurance in high intensity exercise. You can also get beta alanine in through consumption of poultry, red meat, and fish. So basically, just to sum up all of the benefits of beta alanine, it enhances performance by increasing exercise capacity and decreasing muscle fatigue. It'll make you feel like you have better endurance throughout your workout. I don't think that it is a life-changing supplement. I think if you take a pre-workout and you get that boost and you feel great from it, then heck yeah, continue to take it and go for it and use that as your motivation. But again, it's not necessary. It should not be the thing that gets you to the gym. If I am too tired to go to the gym, supplementing with a pre-workout is only going to mask that exhaustion and I'm not going to be able to judge what my body needs as well if I have a stimulant pumping through my blood, pumping through my body. So it's not a solution to being tired, or it's not something that you need to do to go work out. I know it's like a fun process, but something else you can take that would be more beneficial pre-workout is EAAs. It's an electrolyte mix, which we'll talk about in a second. If you just need that process of mixing up a drink and getting to the gym, we have other options. Or you could even just do like a non-stim, caffeine-free, stimulant-free pump, which I will take on a rare basis. I forgot if I said if I take pre-workout, but I don't. I don't really recommend it to any of my clients because we want to thrive off of our own natural energy, right, y'all? All right, so that brings us into electrolytes next. Electrolytes are essential minerals. They're found in your blood, in your sweat, in your urine. These minerals are involved in many important processes within the body. They play a vital role in conducting nervous system functions, muscle functions, promoting proper hydration, and regulating the body's pH levels. Electrolytes found in the body are calcium, sodium, potassium, chloride, phosphate, bicarbonate, and magnesium. When the levels of electrolyte in your body are too high or too low, these imbalances can have negative effects on your body in addition to some adverse side effects. So electrolyte imbalances most commonly occur due to dehydration caused by heat exposure, vomiting, diarrhea, which is the reason why you get hungover. You get that horrible, nauseous stomach pain feeling after a night of heavy drinking. It's because your body is dehydrated and needs electrolytes. So that's why, like, what's that brand? I freaking take it sometimes, not for being hungover, just for when I feel like I need electrolytes. Let's talk about one other supplement that I want to end the episode on, and it is fat burners. I know you have probably been there. I have been years and years ago Googling, what product can I take to burn fat fast? How can I burn fat as quick as possible? Fat burner supplement. And my answer to you right now is you are not allowed to take, I don't know what I'm answering. I'm telling you, you are not allowed to take a fat burner ever again. This is the last time you ever think of it. Although they do kind of advertise such great benefits, which I lightly talked about in part one, they will do more harm than good. I can't even tell you how many women in their 40s, 50s, even 60s are struggling to lose weight because they abused fat burners when they were younger. They took them so much and it got them to that initial weight loss goal, but it put such damage and stress on their metabolism, permanent damage and stress, that they are unable to lose any fat now. So this is the last time you ever consider it. You know, a lot of these supplements, fat burning supplements, first of all, they're not regulated. So they will contain a high dose of stimulants like caffeine, which we don't want. Too much caffeine can add to too much stress. Too much stress will inhibit your body from losing fat. It will put you in that fight or flight mode because it will increase cortisol so much. Side effects of fat burning agents are acute liver failure, nausea, anxiety, high blood pressure, panic attacks, digestive issues, irritability, and diarrhea. And we do not have time for that. Absolutely not. I do not recommend that to anybody, nor will I ever put anything like that in my body. Your body is your everything. Why would you risk your health to lose fat? That's the biggest takeaway from this episode. Why would you risk having a healthy body that can support you and do everything right for you and keep you alive to just lose some fat? You're not. You're never going to do that again. That also brings me to thermogenic supplements. You'll see them advertised as something that works to burn more calories by boosting metabolism and therefore generating heat. Anything that says like it will boost your metabolism and suppress your appetite, it's just like a complete oxymoron. Boosting your metabolism means you're burning more calories, which means you're going to need to replenish your body with more calories. So anything thermogenic, anything fat burner, avoid, run away for. If it sounds too good to be true with any supplement, it is. Supplements are meant to supplement your diet if you cannot get it in through clean, whole, nutrient-dense foods. I've said it a million times because I want to drill it into your mind. That also is a side note. Anything that's like topical that says will burn fat is wrong. Waist trainers are bullshit. Sweet sweat, that thing that you wrap around your stomach with a lotion that helps you, that claims to burn belly fat, is bullshit. The only thing that will burn belly fat is a calorie deficit. The only thing that will burn fat is a calorie deficit. You cannot choose where your body burns fat. You can tone the muscles so when you burn the fat that the muscles are visible and toned, which is caused by, building muscle and eating proper amounts. But there is never going to be any supplement that will completely change your life or completely make or break your fat loss. So just to recap everything we did on this episode. All right, rapid fire. Do I think these supplements are worth the hype? 1, protein powder. Absolutely. If you have a big protein goal and you cannot get it in through nutrition, yes. Vegan protein powder is a bonus because it has extra jam-packed nutrients in it. What next? We talked about EAAs, essential amino acids, worth the hype. If you feel like you're very sore, yeah. If not, unnecessary. I don't take them, never have, probably never will. Case by case basis. Next, we have creatine. If you have been struggling for years and years to build muscle, I doubt that taking creatine is going to be the answer to your problem. I doubt taking any of these supplements is going to be the answer to your problem. But if you are very consistent in the gym, very serious about training, then yeah, fuck yeah, hype up with some creatine. But otherwise, no, I don't think it's necessary. I've never taken it, and I don't have any intention to in the future. Next, we chatted about pump, pre-workout, pump formulas. Are they worth the hype? Nah, I don't think so. I think, it's associated more with like the routine of getting ready to the gym. Again, guys, this is my opinion for me. They're not worth the hype for me. They used to be. Right now, after learning more and focusing more on health versus aesthetics, no, I don't think they're worth the hype. If you want to be healthy, I say no to the pump. And electrolytes, if you're thirsty, if you feel dehydrated, yeah, worth the hype. That's about it. Fat burners, we already know that's a big no, guys. Ending this episode on that note. If you learned anything from this episode, please share it with a friend, post it to your Instagram story and tag me, or shoot me a DM on Instagram and let's chat about it. If you think there is a supplement that I said is not worth the hype and it is totally worth the hype for you, I need to know. I need this feedback, ladies. Like, help me out here. Don't forget, I also linked all of my favorite recommended products. If I'm going to recommend any of these products to myself, to a client, they are linked in the episode notes for you. All right. Have a great day. Thank you guys so much.